Good morning, Thurston. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Thurston.
On today's Eagle Report,
Nick's back with his last one-day tryout. Let's see if he can handle the heat.
and after a year of DeMarco making videos from home, he has one more review for us.
All this and more on this edition of the Eagle Report. Welcome to another episode of the Eagle Report. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Anaya. Here's today's news. It's time for the senior countdown. It's our last week and we have 3 days remaining. You can do this.
Seniors, it's the last spirit week of your high school life. Today is jump-in time day. Tomorrow is sign-out day. Wear white shirts and have your classmates sign them. Wednesday is 2016 day, so dress in 2016 fashion. And Thursday is rep your future. Show us where life will take you next.
Last week, members of Student Council went to a school board meeting to update the board on all that's happening here at THS. We go to Bentia to get their perspectives.
This was my first board meeting and it was really exciting, honestly. It was my first time presenting and I felt really heard, which is very important, especially in front of all the adults. It could be a little intimidating, but they made me feel really comfortable and, laughed at all the little jokes and everything. And it was very fun and welcoming. I recommend everybody who's on Student Council to go. It helps you get more information around South Redford and just kind of gain a relationship with everyone around here.
I am a tremendous advocate of student voice, and so I think anytime there's a vehicle where students can amplify their voices and have their voices heard about how things are going, or perhaps advocating for something greater in terms of what they need, I'm a tremendous proponent of making sure that students have those opportunities.
Today, I felt like the board meeting went super well. We covered a bunch of things that the Student Council has accomplished and is planning to accomplish. We covered the results from the Student Council, the self-articulation of how the Student Council went through with the talent show and the results of that, and how people felt about the talent show. We also talked about planning for the senior sunset as well and got great feedback, and we got a bunch of support. One of the PTO members came up to me and was willing to donate money to Ms. Early and the Student Council itself. So I feel like this board meeting was definitely good.
Seniors, if you decorated a locker this year, decor must be taken down no later than locker cleanout day. Please leave your locker exactly as you found it.
We're getting down to the last few THTV senior spotlights. THTV is made up of all types of students and they excel in their own way. Today's spotlight is that person that specializes in camera work, and without them, our show wouldn't look the best it can be. Today we spotlight Tyson Skinner.
And so I was like, really? At that point, I was feeling really good. Every kid I asked, they're like, yeah, absolutely. And so I thought for sure, oh yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do that. No. So I kind of just let it go, to be honest with you, because it was pretty straightforward. It wasn't even I'll think about it. It was no. So this goes back, I think he was a sophomore, when I had him in media productions. We were transitioning to a live format, taking over the morning announcements. I asked Tyson, because he did so well in my media productions class, and I said, hey, are you interested in joining THTV? We're going to be taking over the morning announcements. I think you'd be really good at it. And he says, no.
Honestly, I was trying to switch out of one of my classes and there wasn't very much options. It was either art or THTV, so I just chose THTV.
And then this year, all of a sudden, he shows up on my roster and I said, are you sure you want to do that? He's like, yeah, I want to do it.
When I first got into the class, I thought it was gonna be really easy. I didn't really, I didn't know how much work got put into it, so it was kind of cool seeing the behind the scenes of how much people really do in THTV.
Honestly, him with the camera Like, he's like sneaky good with it. Like, he does a really nice on camera 3. There's a lot of pan shots, and he's really good at the smooth pan where it looks almost professional work. And it's a difficult shot with these cameras that we have. He does a really nice pan shot.
Don't be afraid to speak up, and don't be afraid to ask questions, because it's not really a type of class where the teacher tells you what to do all the time. You mostly have to come up with your own things. So if you're afraid to speak up, it's not going to go well for you.
And so whether it was, hey, it fit into his schedule, or he actually reconsidered, that impressed me, that he showed some growth and thought about what he could bring to the table, and like, okay, yeah, I can handle this. This isn't something that doesn't fit me, because I feel like this class can fit everybody.
It's time to check in with sports and see how spring sports are doing as they come to an end. But first, sports anchor Nick Hobson has been known all year for bringing you the weird and wacky one-day tryouts. He couldn't leave us without one more, so one last time, here's Nick with the one-day tryout with our baseball team.
Oh, hey. So today's THTV One Day Tryout is going to be on baseball. And, well, this one should be interesting, because not only do we have to figure out strategy and strategic, but we have to figure out form and strength as well, with agility. So let's see if we can take advice from the students, the coach, and see if we can add that to our gameplay and successfully try out for baseball. Okay, so we're at the batting cages right now in the school's basement, and I have 2 players with me.
DeMar. Desmond.
And they're currently on the baseball team. Can these players give me some advice or tell me how batting in the basement actually feels?
I'd say the main thing is keeping your head locked on the ball and using more of your hips and not just trying to swing with your arms.
Yeah, what he's saying, but like, it's a little harder because it's not the same distance, so it's coming in faster than what the machine is set at.
Let's see if we can use that advice and apply that to our gameplay. Okay, so we got our equipment here, we got our helmet, and we have our bat here. We can use that advice to really hit it out the park. Okay, I need to like let. All right, so as we saw there, that was a pretty good round. So from the players, I learned those skills and able to do that. And next, we're gonna head outside on the field to get a feel of the actual gameplay. We have a player here, Brendan Kornacki. Can you tell us about the practice we're about to do?
For catching, it's just working on fundamentals, throwing the ball, catching the ball. Always want to keep the ball on target through your chest, make sure it's good throws, make good catch, make good calls.
Make good catch, make good. All right, so that was boys baseball. And after a bunch of practice and a bunch of drills, I feel like I'm super confident that I'd be accepted on it. So now let's go to the coach and see if we'll be on the team or not, according to our tryout. All right, so I'm with the boys baseball coach right here, Coach Herbst, and we're here to see if I was accepted on the team or not.
Absolutely. You should have played baseball, Nick.
I should have played baseball.
You caught the ball well, have a decent arm, and you have a pretty good instincts on where the ball's going, so that was pretty impressive.
Thank you, Coach Herbst, and thank you. And I'll see you guys somewhere out there.
Baseball continues its season on the road at Annapolis this afternoon in a doubleheader matchup. First pitch is at 4, followed by the second game at 6.
Softball will also be at Annapolis today in a doubleheader. Just like baseball, they'll start at 4 with the second game starting at 6.
It's senior night for girls soccer. Come on out and cheer these girls on one more time. Match will start at 6.
On Friday, the track and field squad competed in regionals at Novi High School. Here were the standouts from the day. Chloe Phillips earned 3rd in the 200, 4th in long jump. Michael Miles took 5th in the 200. Antoine Whitney earned 4th in the shot put, and the girls 4x1 took 5th place. The track and field team will now compete this Wednesday at the WWAC Championship at Crestwood.
Flag football wrapped up their regular season with a 47-0 win against Detroit Cody. They're headed to the playoffs. That's it for sports. Back to you, Chloe.
You guys have come to know DeMarco as this year's THTV Critic. He has one last review for us, and it's a game review called Subnautica 2.
Subnautica 2 is a multiplayer underwater explorer where you have to explore the world and scan and discover and collect everything to progress, and it looks amazing. My first impression of the game is how cool it looks, and how can you make water look so good even though the main premise of the game is water. I never played the first Subnautica, but I feel like it is such a bump in production from what I have seen and the graphics and how smooth the game looks and feels. To me, the main difference in the game so far is that there's no big ship anymore with toxic waste or whatever around it. There's now this giant water tree thing in the middle. And there are so many new water creatures to fight, discover, or scan, or whatever you want to do with them. And the ships you can craft or fabricate, and that's what the game calls it, they look way more realistic than the first. And also how the animals react whenever you go near them, like they try to protect like their territory or whatever. The programming is much better. But I would 100% say the best part of the game to me is me playing with my friends and us yelling at each other and being scared by all the dangerous water creatures. To me, the only downside of the game is that the full game is not released at the time of me making this. It is only an open beta, but it does cost money, and I do 100% think it's worth it once the full game comes out. But I will give this game a 8.8 out of 10, and it really does have my hopes up for when the full game comes out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It's birthday time. We would like to wish a happy belated birthday to Tori Brown, Maya Collins, and Kawan Jackson.
And a happy birthday to Cadence Corey. Today is my last day anchoring, and I would just like to say thank you to my family, friends, and everyone around me, even Mr. W too. And this was a fun journey, and yeah.
Thank you for 2 years of THTV. This is my final time anchoring, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that has supported me and seen me grown over the course of these 2 years. Thank you to Mr. W for the encouragement, and also to my family for pushing me all the time. The biggest boss signing out.
That's it for today's Eagle Report.
Be sure to tune into the Eagle Report this Wednesday for our annual Senior Wave video.
Have a great week, Thurston.
And don't forget to soar.